I'm Ben.
And I'm John.
And together we're OCB.
Reactions.
And go ahead, you take this.
Oh, well, yeah, so this episode we're going to be reacting to Anaal Nathrakh with Hold Your Children Close and Pray for Oblivion. That's what I've been doing for a long time now.
Yeah, well, I don't have children, but...
Yeah, and well, I can't hold mine close anymore, you know, he doesn't live with me.
And I don't want to bite in somebody else's children.
Yeah, that's just wrong. Yeah, I've been praying for Oblivion for quite a while. I mean, now we're getting ready to get that whole rush into Area 51.
Well, so that'll be uplifting.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there with popcorn.
It's like watching them fall over as they that's retarded.
Especially when they're using the alien technology to zap them instead of they think they're just going to come out with regular guns, and it's like, no, you're going to get zapped and shit.
That would be cool as shit. I would definitely want to just sit there and watch that.
But Anaal Nathrakh, the charm of making.
Yeah, from Excalibur, yeah.
Yeah, Anaal Nathrakh with Vas Bethod Dokia Lienve. Yep, I remember that.
I've watched the movie several times. I don't remember any of that.
But unfortunately, I heard like 2 seconds of this, and it was like I was ready to break my neck already.
Well, I know what they are. I mean, I've heard of this band. They've kind of like always been in like the background, like when I went through like my phase of British death metal.
Okay.
Because they started in 1999, so they've been around for 20 years. It's always like I would see their albums. I was like, but it never, I never got to actually hear them. It's like this is one of those bands I just kind of missed, but it's like
I know I've seen the name. It's a possibility I've heard them on one of the many mixed CDs off of
true too.
Pit Magazine or Terrorizer or one of those. There's a possibility I've heard them somewhere.
Well, I know they're just described as extreme metal because they like to take pieces from all the extreme forms of extreme metal.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm interested to hear what they got going here.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and get started then? Because I am kind of excited just off that, intro. Is it just me, or is it just the recording quality on this is just horrible?
Well, it has a very early Emperor feel. Like it's got like a black metal. I don't know if maybe it's on purpose because it does have a black metal vibe, although they're not staying with it. There's a bunch of bands that like it reminds me of, although they're all kind of a little bit lo-fi. But they're actually better than most of them.
Well, what's funny is I'm sitting here listening to it, and all right, in all reality, the instruments. It's like, let's record the instruments in a studio, and let's record the vocals in a silo.
I would think this is on purpose because it does give it a more extreme edge.
Yeah.
It does muddy it. But that also kind of adds to it. It's weird.
Yeah.
They're just kind of weird. I like it. It would never be a go-to for me, but it would be like when I'm in the mood, I guess it would be good. Like when I'm in the mood, this would be a go-to.
Yeah, for me, at least not this song.
Yeah.
They might have other songs where it's like, yeah, I could actually plug this in and listen to it, you know, straight through. But this particular song, it's like, yeah, I'd have to be in the right mood for it to work for me.
I mean, they're living up to the extreme metal tag.
Yeah, and something I want to say is it is Anaal Nathrakh, not anal. So
That's why I looked it up, but I'm like, I'm still gonna up saying anal. So like you say it.
All right, we'll keep going.
I can almost guarantee where they EQ'd the vocals. That's on purpose.
Yeah,
It's like they're using that as an accent,
yeah.
which is actually really really neat. But
listening to it more, I'm picking it apart a little bit, and the one guitar riff is just it's too repetitive. It's going through too much of it. It's like all we're going to do is just speed it up. It'll sound like a different part by speeding it up. It's still holding my interest at the same time. They do have some interesting stuff going on, like,
and I think they chose correctly, like not have this be a long song,
right? Because
it wasn't designed for long term interest.
Yeah, because if this was one of those that turned into an 8-minute song, I'd get bored after a while.
I mean, I think this is just basically your typical punch in the face kind of song.
Well, keep going with it.
Oh, and it ended with the ugh. So yeah, you win me over.
The only thing on it for me is the right at the moment is the album title, the whole of the law.
Well, it does remind me because I saw that too, and I'm like, so this is Devin Townsend if he was into Thelema, or he's a Luciferian. If Devin Townsend just wasn't fucked in the head. But yeah,
using something from Crowley's Book of the Law, it's like one of those things. It's like, oh, the most powerful insane drug addict that's ever lived. But no, by the end of it, it's like, yeah, I can dig this.
The way it came out, it's like I kind of want to start it over, knowing where it goes, and don't do the stops. It's like if I just let it go, I think I'd have enjoyed it even more.
Right. The only part that kind of got to me was when I don't even know what you'd call it because it's hard to figure out in this particular song where a chorus and a verse but it was almost more like a bridge where it was just drums and vocals, and you could tell that they were using like a drum trigger.
Yeah. Well, he was using effects on his voice too.
Yeah, but it was just one of those where it's like I almost wish they wouldn't have done that because it kind of drew me out of it a little bit.
Well, they do. They have on their long list of things they'll draw from. Industrial metal is one of them, and that's actually really common in that.
Yeah. It's just in this particular song, it just kind of like it jars you a little bit.
Let's face it, most people wouldn't have noticed it.
But
yeah,
overall, I liked it.
It's like, yeah, this is and I actually think this song. I mean, I'll check out different ones, but I think this song probably was a good introduction.
Yeah. It is making me want to check out more from them.
I mean, it did a bunch of different cool things. It wasn't too long. It was horns up from me, man. I really enjoyed this.
I liked it. It was when I was about halfway through. It was like, I'm on the fence. So somebody pushed me over the fence, but by the end, it was like, I can dig this. I bet they put on one hell of a cool live show.
They might.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, probably.
But
well, they are English, so they probably just stand there.
Oh, okay.
Because Europeans just stand there. They're joke.
Yeah, don't take it serious.
But no,
Maybe.
actually, I'm still pissed. That just reminds me of how pissed I am. I miss Carcass again.
Oh.
But yeah, well.
But no, thanks for the suggestion. I actually, and by the end of it, I really liked it. It was, like I said, about the middle, it was like...
And it wasn't stereotypical in any way, shape, or form.
No.
The bands it reminded me of were like mostly black metal bands that decided not to, pigeonhole themselves, like Emperor or Dissember Wolves from Vermont, which I think they're gone. But
well, that's just it. They did kind of have the sound of a few different bands, but it was all a few different bands all at once.
Yeah, that's why I think that's what mostly reminded me of Emperor was that production style. It's like everything in the front.
Yeah, because that was the other thing is like right at first the whole thing like with the vocals, that was a little iffy. It was like, I wish the vocal production was better. But by the end of it, it was like actually they intentionally did this, and I think I like it better this way.
Yeah. So that's it for me. So fairly well.
Thank you.